I'm Ellie and I just bought this van to convert for van life. I'll be documenting my self-conversion here on my channel, but in today's video I'm going to be talking about all of the unexpected things I encountered about the process of buying the van, so if you are considering van life you'll have all the information. I'm Ellie Wilder and you're watching Wilder in Motion. I just wanted to start off by saying a huge thank you for 50 subscribers. It might not sound like much, but your support means so much to me. It's really great to know that there's people out there who value watching my content. So thank you so much, and there is plenty more content to come. So this is my van, Arcadia. She is a 2007 Toyota Hiace super long wheelbase. In my previous video I spoke about van life considerations and I touched on which van to pick. I did a lot of research, weighing up the pros and cons, and I ended up settling on the Toyota Hiace for a couple of different reasons. It's tall enough that I can comfortably move around, and short people can even stand, but the overall height isn't too tall. In the older Hiace models, the front is quite short and the cargo is very long, so the overall length of the van isn't too long and it can still fit in standard parking spaces. Similar models like Ford Transits of around the same time have the same overall length but almost a meter less cargo space. So the fact that I could have maximum living space with minimum overall length was another big selling point for me. Everyone who I spoke to impressed upon me the importance of being able to access parts, and Toyota is the most common make of car in Australia, so parts are readily accessible. If something happens and I'm in the country, I'll still be able to get it repaired. You don't necessarily have this option with something like a Mercedes Sprinter. A side note about Toyota Hiaces, I did look at getting a commuter version, which is the bus kind of ones. They have aircon in the back and they also have pre-cut paneling, which saves a bit of labour for me. However, most of the models have 14 seats, so to remove them would change the vehicle class, which would require costly recertification. So I started searching on car sales and Gumtrees for vehicles that match my description. Generally speaking, they mostly had higher kilometers because a lot of these cargo vans are ex-courier vehicles. For the most part, private sellers offer lower prices, but you will need to factor in the cost of getting a pre-purchase inspection. At one point I was looking at going down this route and I got a couple of quotes and they range from $88 to $420. So if you do this, make sure you shop around. While I was organising the inspection, someone else ended up buying the van, which is another pitfall with private sellers. You may also end up looking at multiple vehicles, which means multiple pre-purchase inspections. That adds to the cost, so that's another thing to consider. I found several Hiaces that suited my needs and I inspected or planned to inspect several of them, but someone always ended up snapping them up first, which is another takeaway. Camper conversions are very trendy at the moment, so this kind of van turns over very quickly. After missing out on a few, I quickly went to inspect this van. Everything checked out, so I put down a deposit. Having been to several dealerships at this point of varying qualities, I felt good about this place. They also included a long warranty in the price, which gave me peace of mind. And obviously I ended up buying it, which was very exciting. In my previous video, I mentioned having to up my budget to $15,000 to get a newer van in better condition, which I'm glad I did, and I did manage to stay under that $15,000 for the van itself. However, the costs were far from over. So in addition to the cost of the van, I also had to get compulsory third-party insurance, which set me back over $1,000. I will do a complete cost breakdown once the conversion is over as well. Apparently not a lot of people know this, and I only found this out recently, that in New South Wales, CTP only covers medical bills and death compensation. It does not cover the other person's property when you're at fault. So to make sure I was covered, I also had to take out third-party property, fire and theft. The van was unregistered, so I also had to pay for registration, motor vehicle tax, plates and stamp duty. All that is fairly essential to getting the van on the road, but I decided to go one step further and get a post-purchase inspection to identify any mechanical issues that may pose a problem later on. And thankfully there is nothing major and she's pretty much all good to go, and if anything happens later on, I know I have that warranty as well. Though the post-purchase inspection was an additional cost, it has given me peace of mind and I've been able to address the couple of minor things identified. So my key takeaways are: Look for a good deal, not a cheap deal. And good deals don't stick around for that long, so you'll need to be quick or be prepared to miss out a couple of times before you find the one. It cost almost $3,000 in addition to the cost of the van to get it to where it is now, and I haven't really even started the conversion. Ensure the area you'll be travelling in has appropriate access to parts and servicing for the make that you're looking at. And private sellers look cheap up front, but there can be hidden costs. So those are some of the unexpected things I encountered about buying a van for van life. Originally, I was disappointed that I'd missed out on some of those vans, but it all worked out in the end because I'm very happy with Arcadia. I am very excited for this transformation. I've already begun cleaning and I will have videos of my DIY conversion up very soon, so to make sure you don't miss those, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.